Welcome to the Wolfchase Toyota Insider of the Memphis Tiger Network. I'm Jeff Brightwell alongside Beth Harrelson, and women's golf is underway, and you guys are off to a pretty good start this year. A couple of places, a second place finish in your tournament a couple of weeks ago, the Memphis Intercollegiate, and then last week up in Louisville at the Cardinal Cup, got a second place. So I know you got to be happy up there in those top 2-3 spots already to start the year.
We're happy but never satisfied.
There you go.
We want to keep pushing.
Let's go back 2 weeks to the Memphis Intercollegiate. I know that's always a big tournament for you guys because you host it and you rely on a lot of volunteers, a lot of help around the Memphis community, and it's always a well-supported tournament.
Oh, we have a fantastic group. We probably have 35, 40 volunteers throughout the week, and they come out in groves. We've got people who come out just to watch. We've got them volunteering, doing the live scoring, bringing out lunches, bringing snacks, housing the girls. It's just been a fantastic support for us.
Yeah, and you played well, which made it great for you guys. You get the second overall. You had 4 individuals in the top 17. You had a sophomore, Leanne Kabush, fourth place finish in that event.
We also set a new school record by 14 shots.
There you go.
Yes. No, they played fantastically. I was very proud of them, and Leanne's been playing very consistent. You
couple that with going to one of your biggest rivals up at the Cardinal Cup. You get another second place finish up in Louisville. 3 individuals in the top 7. Vacato Fletcher, a freshman, finishes the individual runner-up, so second overall there for your individual. And her first collegiate tournament because she didn't get to participate in the Memphis Intercollegiate because she was representing her country, South Africa, in the World Championships.
Yeah, it was a great experience for her. It was hard not having her here for our home event, but for her to get international experience, be able to come back with more knowledge and more feel and more experience was fantastic for her and for us. She was able to go into Louisville feeling great about her game, and obviously she played well.
Weather's been holding up pretty well this fall,
yes.
too. I guess it's fall right now. It's starting to be fall, but late summer, early fall, the weather's been pretty good for golf.
It has, so it'll be interesting to see how it holds up for the rest of the fall. Going to Cincinnati will be an issue. Could be an issue.
Before we talk in depth about the team, as you said, you're happy, never satisfied with the 2 second place finishes, but you are off to a good start. So the foundation for the season has started pretty well. What are the expectations of this team this year?
Our goal is top 50, and we have not been there since in a long time. I think the Lady Tiger Golf has only reached the top 50 one time in the history of it, and that was only for a week or two. And so our goal is to be in the top 50, and we're putting it out there for ourselves and for others to know that. So we're going after it hard every day, and we're looking forward to this year.
You look forward to this year with this team, and we've mentioned a couple of your young guns and a sophomore and a freshman, really, as any team is. Your seniors, that's where you're going to have your success. Your seniors are going to determine because everyone feeds off a leadership of a senior.
They absolutely do, and we've had all 3 of our seniors stepping up in different ways. And Ashley Wisenat and Ashley Keys had a great Memphis tournament, and Natalie Turk is playing better, and the 3 of them have just really stepped up in the leadership position. I'm looking forward to a great year from all 3 of them.
You mentioned that top 50 wanting to finish there. What do you see individually? Of course, it's all team scores, but who do you look for this year?
Well, really, so far we've had Leanne Kabush, Vacato Fletcher, and Emily Goldenstein have finished the highest. But we've had good finishes from both Ashley Wisenat and Ashley Keys. And the reality is we're a team of 9 girls and 2 coaches, and all 9 of them can step up and play. We are as deep as we've ever been. And I wouldn't put it past any of them to finish high at any point in time. And you never know who's going to travel on this team because we are deeper than we've ever been. And so it's going to be an interesting and fun year to watch. I am honestly looking forward to a great year from all of them.
You seem as excited as I've ever seen you, talking about early this year in women's golf. As we've talked in the past, you're as excited as you've ever been because, as you mentioned there, that depth's very important. Even though the individual scores accumulate into the team score and your finish, your best golfer is going to have a bad round here or there somewhere. So to have someone able to maybe pick that up somewhere in the depth of the team is going to be key.
Absolutely, and they're all positive. All the girls are kind of feeding off the positivity. They're challenging each other. They're working hard together. They're working out hard. They're practicing hard. They're going out to eat at night together. It is a very united group, and everybody wants to go towards the same goal. And in golf, it's hard sometimes because you're playing against your best friend.
Yeah.
You're maybe playing against your roommate to even get to go on a trip because 5 travel. You're not traveling with all 9 of them. So it is difficult at times, but they're really stepping up and standing beside each other and supporting each other in the midst of also competing against each other.
That makes golf, it's kind of like when I talk to the tennis coaches too.
Yeah.
Those two sports are kind of unique because
Yeah.
it's an individual sport. It's a team sport, but it's based on your individual performance.
Absolutely. So
Fine line there and keeping that team. That's got to be the biggest challenge for a coach in golf. Make sure that team, that cohesiveness stays there.
and that's where a lot of the leadership is stepping up. Our seniors are making sure that they are doing that. They're taking people out to eat. They're making sure that in workouts that they're all united and getting them together and believing in each other. And we're trying to do a couple of fun things with each other also, not just all golf. But it's going to be a fun year.
Coach, as you step into another tournament in 2 weeks, you look around the league.
Yes.
What do you see out of the American Conference this year, women's golf?
The American Conference has changed,
Right.
and we've gotten, I believe, Tulane's in the conference, and Tulsa and East Carolina. I mean, those are all very strong in women's golf. And you put in Cincinnati, Louisville is left, but South Florida is very good. I mean, we've got a good conference in women's golf. It's almost on the verge of great, but it is a very good conference, and it's competitive. But a lot with golf, you don't even see them until the conference tournament. We'll see, obviously, we've just saw Cincinnati up at Louisville. We'll see them again, and you'll see bits and pieces here and there. But we do go a lot about from rankings and then who plays who and how did you compete with them to kind of get a feel for it.
Well, you mentioned Cincinnati. In 2 weeks, you'll go up to the Cincinnati Fall Invite. Of course, the
Yes.
Bearcats will be there. Who else is going to be up there?
You've got Murray State, very competitive, Morehead State, Ball State, and honestly, I'm looking to come out of a win. That's my goal for this, and I think the girls, I had several of them. I've got the second place trophies on my desk, both of them, so when they come in, that's one of the first things they see. And I've had a couple of them come in and go, oh, second. And I said, yeah, let's go get first.
Those are always great motivators when
It
you have
is.
that second. Because that is an accomplishment to get that number 2 overall in a big tournament. But you
17
think, boy, it'd be
teams,
nice to
yeah.
get that next step up and get that first place trophy.
And at Louisville, we beat some strong teams. So to get second place out of 17, if you said that a month out, we might have been excited.
Right.
But when you're there and you're in the hunt, you love having your heart beat and you love feeling like, yes, let's do it. And we may have fallen short, but we still moved up in the rankings and we moved up in the field. So it felt good.
Are you familiar with the course up at Cincinnati? Have you been
Not
on
at
this
all.
one?
Never been there.
that makes that's the fun part of it, I guess,
Well,
and the challenge.
The practice round will be important.
There you go, Coach. We step off the course collegiately to talk about
Yes.
one of your alumni, and this is pretty neat story. Marissa Steen, who just played here very recently. It almost seems like she was here yesterday.
It
but
does.
She is the Symetra Tour Player of the Year. That's kind of the undercard for the LPGA.
Yes.
Their minor league. She made some LPGA events, but winning the Player of the Year and finishing top of the money list, she's now full-time an LPGA Tour player. She has earned her card. It's big for the
she
program and for her.
It absolutely is. She will be the first player, the first graduate of the University of Memphis in women's golf that's gone on to the LPGA Tour. Megan Francella is on the LPGA Tour, and she played here, transferred to North Carolina. But Marissa will be the first graduate of ours to go on, and she is a big Tiger fan, and her family will be up at Cincinnati, and she's gonna come out to the course and cheer us on, and she's excited about it. But she won 3 Symetra Tour events this year and led the money list, and it should be fun to watch her, and it's fantastic. I mean, I'll be out at Kroger and somebody will walk up and say, hey, I just saw, Marissa made the tour. And I'm like, yeah. So it's fun. People keep up on Facebook. They keep
Right.
up on Instagram and Twitter, and it's a lot of fun for the community.
How much interaction have you had with her since she got the news? I'm
Oh.
sure you've talked to her, but
Yes.
what was
Yeah,
the reaction? It had to be.
Yeah, I mean, we've known it for about 2 months because she was high enough on the money list that even if she didn't play well towards the end, she would at least be in the top 10. But for her, Marissa's never satisfied. She's not going to just sit back, oh, yay. Her goal was then to finish the year as Player of the Year in the top money. And she was able to accomplish that. So, like Marissa, her phrase is #living the dream.
Yeah.
And she is. She's the hardest worker I've ever had, and she'll continue to do it. She's funny because she's kind of like that grit and grind.
Right.
Yeah.
That's interesting. You talk about never satisfied, and in a sport like golf, you cannot be, because your income is going to be based on, can she get to Saturday, can she make the cut
Yes.
in these LPGA events, and if she's successful and starts making a lot of cuts, get some high finishes, then you pick up sponsorships. Then it
You have a
alleviates a
career.
little bit. Exactly. So never satisfied is a good motto for her, but it'll be interesting to watch her go through her LP.
absolutely.
She's already a pro, to go through her big league career now.
Yes, we are all excited about it.
All right. Well, Coach, as always, we appreciate it. Congratulations on the start. Best of luck up in Cincinnati.
Thank you very much.
And as head coach Beth Harrelson, I'm Jeff Brightwell. This is the Wolfchase Toyota Insider on the Memphis Tiger Network.